There is a person in your life who always seems okay. They are the one who laughs the loudest, who checks on everyone else, who holds the room together with their warmth and their humor. When you ask them how they are doing, they smile and say, "I am fine, don't worry about me." And you believe them. Because why wouldn't you? They seem so alive, so present, so full of light. But here is what you don't see. You don't see them at 2 in the morning, lying in the dark, staring at the ceiling with a heaviness in their chest that has no name and no explanation. You don't see the moment they walk through their front door after a long day and finally, let the smile drop. You don't see how exhausted they are. Not from work, not from life, but from the constant, invisible performance of being okay when they are not. This is what psychology calls smiling depression. And it is one of the most misunderstood forms of pain that exists, because from the outside, these people look fine. They function, they laugh, they show up. But underneath all of it, there is a quiet, constant sadness that never fully leaves. A weight they carry into every room and set down only when they are completely alone. The question most people ask is, why? Why would someone hide pain that heavy? Why not just tell someone? The answer is never simple, but it almost always comes back to the same 3 things. First, they don't want to be a burden. They look at the people around them, busy, stressed, dealing with their own struggles, and they think, why would I add my pain to their lives? This sounds like selflessness, and in a way it is. But love directed entirely outward and never inward slowly hollows a person out. Second, they are afraid of being judged or misunderstood. Many of them have tried to open up before, and someone, it may be even someone who cared about them, said the wrong thing. "You seem fine to me." Just think positive. Others have it worse. One response like that can close a person's heart for years. And third, perhaps most painfully, they don't fully understand it themselves. How do you explain something you can't name? How do you say, "I feel empty," when nothing specific is wrong? When there is no clear reason, no single event to point to, it feels almost impossible to put into words. So they don't. They push it down. They smile again. And the pain goes a little deeper. If you want to recognize this in someone you love, look past the obvious. Look at who is always the strong one. The person everyone leans on, who gives advice, who listens, who holds everyone together, but who nobody ever truly asks how they are really doing. Look at who uses humor as a shield, who makes jokes about their own struggles, who laughs at their pain before anyone else can, who keeps people from looking too closely by keeping them laughing. And look at who seems fine all day but disappears into themselves at night, because that is when the performance ends and the real feelings finally surface. So what actually helps? If you are the person hiding the pain, the first thing to understand is this: you do not need to explain it perfectly before you are allowed to talk about it. You do not need the right words. You can simply say, "I don't know exactly what I am feeling, but I am not okay, and I need someone to just sit with me for a while." That is enough. That is more than enough. And if you want to reach someone who you suspect is hiding their pain, stop asking, "Are you okay?" Because they will always say yes. Instead ask, "How are you really doing?" Or, "You take care of everyone around you. Who takes care of you?" Those questions create space. They signal that you are actually asking, that you actually want to know. And the most powerful thing you can do for someone who hides their pain is simply to be the person who doesn't flinch when they finally show you what they have been carrying. To say, "Thank you for telling me. I am not going anywhere. You don't have to carry this alone anymore." Because here is what the person behind that smile needs to hear more than anything else. Your pain is real, even if you cannot explain it, even if others seem to have it worse, even if everything looks fine from the outside. You are allowed to not be okay. You are allowed to say, "I am struggling. I am tired. I need help." And the right people, the ones who truly see you, will not think less of you for it. They will love you more. The strongest thing you will ever do is not carrying the pain alone. The strongest thing you will ever do is finally letting someone in.